All right, we got our 2025. What's in the bag? I'm gonna go first. Then Christian's gonna go, and we're just gonna go through everything that we have currently. So I'm gonna start out. I got a little marker that I got from a trilogy challenge. Like comes undone, but my bag isn't good enough to have a Velcro strip, so it just stays on the Velcro. We got my little chalk bag that I never use. You can tell because it's got a lot of chalk in it. Let's go to my side pocket here.
We have a northwest
We
wind,
got
17 miles an hour.
little chalky mini. Pretty cool.
Somebody leave in the comments if those are actually legal for tournaments, because that would be super sick.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I figured it's a mini, so it's like whatever.
Right.
We got green Sharpie in case we ever ace. We got Joe and Rob disc golf voucher for $40. Still from the last tournament we played in.
I've got mine. I got 13.
And I got some strawberry probiotic gummies and some trash.
Sweet.
I got this towel, and now I just got some discs. So I'll just go through my putters first. Maybe. We got, for our putting putter, we got the anodes. A couple different plastics, some firm, some a little bit softer. That's a, what do you call it?
Right.
Yeah, it's another anode, but this one's like really flexy. Do that one for like throwing. Then we got a glitch for another throwing disc, throwing putter. Do a lot of approach shots with that. We got the parachute, another just kind of approach shots. I use this more for when it's less windy. I can use the glitch a little bit when it's windy. Got some more stuff. So this, I'm just trying. It's the DNA version of the Link. I think it's, I don't know whose version that is, but pretty sick. Yeah, I think it's Ganon's maybe. Really cool. I haven't tried it. I haven't even thrown it. Just got it in the bag because it's really cool looking. I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is the Detour. I put it in the bag because Christian said I should put it in the bag, and I haven't thrown it yet.
James Conrad, I believe. That's a James Conrad line, right?
I think that's right.
Yeah. I've not seen you thrown that once.
No, I haven't. I literally, I haven't thrown it once. I got it out of the MVP thing that we got.
Box, yep.
Yeah, the Gyropalooza. We got the Iron Samurai here. 550 -1. I've only thrown it a couple times. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that one in the bag. Got it out of my Discmania box.
It's a disc.
Another one from the Gyropalooza, the feature disc out of that, the Balance.
Balance prototype.
Haven't thrown it yet. But I also have like 5 discs in my bag that do the same thing. So, speaking of, we got the Pyro right here. This is almost my most used disc, I think, just because I use it every time I throw a forehand that I need to get a little flex line on. What do we got? We got a Crave. I've had a Crave since the very beginning, but this one just got back in the bag today. And I've used it today.
10 of those.
Yeah, I've got like 4 or 5 different Craves. It's one of my favorite discs. This one's really cool looking. It's the Entropy. So kind of just the same thing as the Pyro, but a little bit more.
That's like you might know like a Pig or a Zone. That's what the Entropy is, but MVP version.
Yeah, just very stable, or overstable, I should say. We got this Drop, another one from my Discmania box. I haven't really thrown it because it's kind of the same thing. But it looks cool.
Yeah.
So it's in the bag.
Prettiest disc in the bag.
You know, we kind of keep pretty discs in the bag. You'll see that happen. We got a Claymore here. This is probably my favorite disc that I've thrown so far. It just flies perfect like every time. It flies super straight.
Almost aced with it last video.
Almost aced with it. I've almost aced with that thing a couple times. That thing is so good. This is like a really sick disc. Love the texture on it. It's like, it just feels great. It's the Drift, Streamline Drift. I've only thrown it a few times.
That's probably the best plastic you can get like for like a relatively good price. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
It feels good. It feels really nice. We got this Terra here. I haven't thrown a lot of this one. I used to have a different one that was like a Lab Second Terra. It felt a little bit different, and this one just looks cooler, so I put it in the bag. I don't have that shot very often when we're playing these courses. Now we're moving into my drivers. These are all my drivers. We got the time lapse here, 12, 5, -1, 3. I use this only when I'm going overstable. Then we got the trail, most thrown driver, I would say, probably.
Fair.
Use this for like everything when I want to go straight. 2 more. We got
Because John's not straight.
the Scorch.
Cut that out.
Really cool looking disc. Really good feeling disc. Super bendy.
Hey, what's the plastic? ESP Flex plastic?
ESP Flex. I don't know what that means. Feels really good though. And it throws really nice. -2.2. Perfect numbers for me. Another one. -2.2. I think are the ending numbers on this. It's the Wave. Got this out of my Gyropalooza. Really liking it a lot though. And that's my bag. All of it. I think.
Sick. Oh, pick your like 2 favorite discs out of your bag.
2 favorite discs.
Let's go 2
Oh
favorite.
man, that's tough.
Let's go one
I don't
approach and
know.
one
This
driver.
is easily getting there,
One
but
approach,
so
one
far
driver.
it's got to be the trail. I would
Shuffle the
say.
driver?
Well, does this count as a driver?
Sure.
Probably the Claymore.
Claymore?
Claymore's my favorite. Just if I got a long hole, 200 to like 300,
Yeah.
I'm taking the Claymore. If it's going straight. Although I really like the Pyro.
Well, that's like an approach, right?
We'll say Pyro for
yeah.
approach. I think
Sweet.
I use it more for approach than most stuff. Although I do really like both of these. I mean, these you can't really go wrong with these on approach. So
Leave a comment down below, and John will give you his $40 voucher to join around. Dave,
no, it wasn't too bad.
It's better for some.
Yeah, better for me than it was for him.
All right. So we got the Grip CS2. Just got this for Christmas. Almost took it to get a bigger bag, but my dad got me this, so it's hard to like take it back because it's nice and it's a great bag. And honestly, I needed to downsize anyway because I had a bunch of the same discs and a bunch of discs that just were fun and didn't need to be in there. But we'll start with the accessories, which is an empty pocket. They used to have an extra pair of socks. No longer does. We got another empty pocket over here, which is pretty nice because that's where I keep the tripod in, which collapses, but it's being used right now, so you can't see it. I've got you got this pocket up here that holds my keys normally, phone, and then the mics, the lavs. And as far as accessories goes, that's pretty much it. I mean,
You got the
yeah, I got the strip. Don't use the strip yet. I've been thinking about getting going like Etsy and getting patches for every ace that I have and like patching it on there. I think that'd be really cool, but I've only got one and I've not done it yet. So yeah, normal accessories, extra pair of socks, the tripod, and the mics. That's really it. And we'll go into putters. And I keep 5 in here. They say it only fits comfortably 2, but I put 5 in there, and I don't really struggle with them. We got the popcorn. Not a big fan of the popcorn as far as the snack goes, but as far as the disc goes, pretty nice. Love it. We got my probably prettiest disc in the bag, which is this OTB Open Tempo. Also really nice and pretty. Not as overstable as I would want, so I might have to get something a little bit more overstable, but pretty good. I putt with Pilots. I got a firm electron and a soft electron. I got a big stack of these at the house that I use on my basket, but I keep in the bag 1 firm and 1 soft electron plastics to putt with. And then last but not least up here, I got another Pilot I keep in Proton plastic to throw. Not really a big fan of the Pilots. I think they're terrible discs, but I keep them in the bag because I actually highly enjoy them and love them, and I'm just trolling. Please don't take me seriously. Now we'll go in here and probably go to mid-ranges. Or just honestly, we'll just go to mid-range. We'll go to mid-range. I got probably what's been in there since the very beginning, one of my very first discs, which is the Star J, Innova Star J. It's a 5501, but it's beat to shreds, so I throw this thing on stupid hyzer, and it pops up and finishes. So there's the Star J. We got more mid-ranges. We're looking at like John. I also keep in bag of Pyro, 178 grams. I don't know how that is as far as weight goes, but very great disc. Love it. Use it a lot. It's starting to beat into, so I might need a new one. Pyro. We got something very similar, but I have to keep it because I think it is slightly different. It flies a little bit straighter, and that's the new Simon Line Balance prototype. Super sick colorway that I got out of the Gyro box. Pink. Moses is jealous. Mose, if you're watching this from home, or if you're watching me do it right now, I know you're a little bit jealous.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, guys. We had our Uber driver from yesterday follow us home. Can't really get rid of her.
Uber drivers now are permanent film and chauffeur. Filmer and chauffeur. I got the Hex. I actually don't really want to keep the Hex, but I threw it in there because I'm looking for something to put in there. But I've had several Hexes and I like it. It's just, it doesn't fly super different than my Crave. So there's the Hex, R2 plastic, super sick. Got that out of the Gyro box as well. Either way, I have it. It's there. And now we're going to get into maybe, I think they consider the Crave a fairway driver. So this is the OTB Open Crave. I believe it's just the same exact disc as the Hex, but a higher speed. But I love this thing. It's actually bombs for me. Can use it on forehands because of how board flat it is. And I think we're getting just going higher and higher up. Probably one of my most used fairway drivers. That's the Cookie. This is a slightly overstable. I'd say it's pretty overstable. I throw it flat, or sometimes I throw it on a flex line by accident, and this thing just goes and finishes hard to the left. We got a Resistor, which is an absolute beefcake. It's literally like meatloaf pie. This thing is going to come down wherever you don't want it to, most likely. I try to throw it, terrible with it, terrible flex line thrower, even on forehands. But it's there because it's a specialty disc.
It's a pretty sweet disc.
I'm going to go Trance here. Now, this used to be the disc for me. It's slightly more over... This used to be a little bit more overstable. Now it's starting to flip a little bit, but they say it's supposed to be like a negative 2.1 9-speed. I never really thought so. I thought it was more like a Passion, but a higher speed. Super sick disc, love it. Don't use it as much anymore because if I'm going for bombs, I use some other discs, but it's still in there because it's got its uses. We have a Trail, because if your bag doesn't have a trail, you're doing something wrong and you're missing out. So we got a Trail here, 170 grams. Don't know if that matters to you guys. It doesn't matter too much to me because I don't understand it. Then we got that's a tall fella. Then we got a Vanilla here. This is like a long turnover disc for me. I throw it on hyzer and it will still just keep coasting right. 11.6, negative 2.1. You've probably seen in the last video, that thing just turns and turns and turns. We've got a Vanish, which is, I will throw this simply because if I want to hit gaps, I like to throw it super easy. So it'll pop up and flip and go straight and still finish some. So I don't really throw this a lot unless there's crazy gaps because it's too flippy for me. The Ballista Pro, my Tomahawk disc, which used to be an absolute meatloaf pie as well, but it's hit more trees than Moe's, and that's saying something. I'm just kidding, Moe's. Please don't be mad at me. If you're a lumberjack, this is the disc for you because it takes trees down. It's now a flip machine. I don't even know what the numbers will be on this, but it flips. I still use it for tomahawks, and it stays in the bag for that purpose. And my bomber, my long bomb, Catalyst, 13.5, negative 2.2. And this sucker goes. Got it in the Galapalooza box. Never thought I was going to throw a 13 speed. Thought it was too much. Then I threw it. Love it. No, you're good. That's
Cool.
in the bag. 2025.
Wait, you gotta do your
Two favorite discs. Two
discs.
favorite discs. Okay, so if we're talking about approach disc, probably the Pilot. I wanted it to be my straight flyer, but it does have a little bit of finish to it. I don't know if that's weight related or not, but it's pretty straight flyer. Probably my favorite approach disc. And if we're going for driver, I know I said only two, but it has to be a tie. Probably somewhere between my Cookie and my Catalyst because I throw those two the most.
Sweet.
2025.